as Homo sapiens, love disgusting things, and gossip is just one of those pleasures we cherish, even though we know how disastrous gossip can get when you are the target. Especially when you are the one who's the target. Now let's get back to the phases of experiencing human suffering. The second phase is a phase where we have no other option but to accept and acknowledge the experience or the existence of this problem. This is a phase when we are a bit more objective and prefer to come out of that self-created illusion. This is a phase when you know or you have accepted the fact that the bubble has busted. You have to acknowledge that. We are far more receptive, patient, and pragmatic. At this stage or the stage after this, do we realize somewhere within ourselves as to whether this problem will get solved or will we end up living with this problem for the rest of our lives? Phase 3, that's the third phase, and this is a phase where every attempt to solve this problem has failed. We start with something new to resolve this issue. The start is successful, but it gives us that foolish hope and that wishful thinking that things will get fine. But when we always find solutions, but it's not necessarily every solution that you expect has to work does work. Eventually we come back to square one, where the problem still remains unsolved and is like a thorn stabbed within our souls. At this stage we realize and accept that this problem or issue is going to stay for longer and may accompany us till our grave. See, I'm not saying problems cannot be solved. However, there are some issues which stay on in life. Life is not a fairy tale or a bed of roses. Every moment and every day is a struggle for survival. You come out of one problem and there's another problem just on the way waiting for you. You go through the same round of emotions with each problem. Irrespective of how old or wise we are. Start. My name is Rohit Dua. I'm going to read out one of my articles in this video. And this article I had published in June 2012. The title is The 3 Phases of Trauma or Suffering. Now, in this article or blog, I've covered the 3 phases of emotional experience which any and every human soul goes through at a time when we come face to face with any traumatic event or our own devils. Emotions are extremely volatile. In this article or blog, I have made an attempt to classify this human response into 3 phases. I hope and wish that anyone and everyone who reads this article or blog, or whoever is watching this video, finds it an interesting read or an experience. Feedback of any kind is always welcome. It helps someone like me to learn from my own mistakes. However, for me to identify those mistakes, the reader or the viewer needs to point those mistakes to me, and that's an attempt, or that's something that makes me aware of my issues. So any feedback is always welcome. The 3 phases of trauma or suffering. The 78 cards of the tarot deck correspond and accumulate all the experiences any human soul goes through in one lifetime. Emotions like pain, love,